how did you first get involved with being known as Mr. Toffman?
I went to New York in 1978. I had an ex-lover there, and I went to go and stay with him. And there were two main, very heavy leather bars, very alternative, adventurous sects, called the Mine Shaft, and the other one was called the Anvil. And my friend said, you can go to the Mine Shaft, but you're not allowed to go to the Anvil. The Anvil was really heavy fisting and that kind of scene. But I went to the Mine Shaft, and it was a big club. It was about 4 stories, held about 400 people. It was a Saturday night, and there were 400 people packed in it. But you went down through various levels down to the basement area, and in the basement area there was a room with a bathtub in it. And the guy I was with said, well, we know what that's for, and I just pretended to know, but I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. But about 20 minutes later, I made my way back down there again, and there was a guy in the bathtub, and there were about 6 guys hovering around pissing on him. And I thought, oh wow, this is pretty exciting. And I started sucking.
So did you know up to that stage?
I knew nothing about water sports.
Yeah.
This is the 1970s, so we didn't have the internet, we didn't have porn movies, we didn't have anything to tell us.
So you had no inkling in whatsoever that was your fetish.
And I started sucking. There was a whole orgy going on. I started sucking a guy off, and I thought, oh, he's coming. But he wasn't coming. He was pissing in my mouth, because he had just assumed that I was next to the bathtub, that I was into it that much. But I didn't stop him. I thought it was absolutely fucking awesome. And I came back to Sydney already with, I bought yellow bandanas when I was in San Francisco on the last 3 days. Got back to Sydney, went to the Signal Club, which we were talking about, down off Crown Street. And I was there one night, and I thought, this could work, So I just knelt down in front of the urinal, and one of the guys that was standing there got straight into it, pissed on me, and it was on from there on. And the manager of the club said, you can do that anytime you like. That was great. So, that'll give us a real reputation. So away it went.
So you got a bit of a reputation at the Mardi Gras parties for lying in the trough. And
yeah, in 1982 it was. I had a partner, and he was all into water sports and all adventurous sects, and we used to go. So we went to the party, and the Hordern Pavilion wasn't being used for the parties that night, but they were using the AMP Pavilion, which is the big Art Deco building at the back of the showground. And we went in, and John was from the UK, and a very frequent thing that used to happen in the UK at Beats in public toilets was that people would unscrew the light bulbs, or they'd smash the light bulbs and turn out the lights in the Beats. And he said we could do that here. So we turned over these 44-gallon drums, which we used as garbage bins, climbed up and unscrewed the fluorescent tubes. Didn't get complete darkness, but we got it nice and subdued, romantic lighting. And I just got down on my hands and knees, and people seemed worked out what was expected, and away we went. And it just became a big thing after that, And so I went on for about 18 years doing that. And then by the end of the 90s, the parties were changing. There was more straights there. They were getting more and more concerned about public safety, and they didn't want a whole group of people all crowding into the loos and so on in the dark and what have you. So I decided that it wasn't the right place for me anymore to do that sort of stuff. So instead, when I got back from Europe after a 3-month trip to Europe, I started going to headquarters. And headquarters, I'd gone to headquarters before, but while I was away, they introduced a piss party, a monthly piss party on a Sunday afternoon, and that was for everybody. And they had a bathtub in in the orgy room, and so again I could just continue doing what I do, and so that's a bit of the history anyway.
Was that the last of your adventures, or did they continue? Or?
Headquarters was started to decline. I don't know whether people are just not as much into, or it's a smaller community that's into what we call adventurous sex these days, and it's gone. If it does exist, it's gone more underground, and I would think that I couldn't possibly do anything like that at a party or anything. Well, apart from being my age, and it wouldn't be a pretty sight. But
How old are you now?
72, because I've been on the gay scene since 1969, since I was 18. So yeah, so it's now a thing to do at home with a partner or a group of friends that you can get together or something like that. I'd love to see it being done in public and what have you, and it was so exciting and so thrilling, but it doesn't seem to be that we're going to see a return of the old days are gone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.